do right here is go back. Way back. Back into time. Come on.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the next episode of Don't Do That on Epic Fridays. Hope you guys are ready for the weekend. Got plans for the weekend, I hope. Hopefully it's going to stay nice out, but I doubt it. We live in the state of Michigan. So, first off, how's your day? Highlight, finish my spot. 8 for 20s. They got Dooo vapes back, which I am very happy about. They have deals going on Sunday through Thursday, 15% off your order that's not any deals before noon, Sunday through Thursday. Topics: Ontario will tariff electricity going to 3 U.S. states, Michigan, New York, and Minnesota. Patient dies after jumping out of window at Henry Ford Hospital. Under investigation. And we have our comic clowns. Have a name I haven't been called yet. It's interesting. Especially through these political times, I guess. So. Yeah.
Alright, so on the entertainment side, I have some news. This Saturday night, which is tomorrow, I will be performing live at the Sir Pizza Cafe here in Lansing, Michigan at the Back-to-Back Showcase.
Nice. Yes.
With the homie J-Mo, he will be hosting the event. There will be other Lansing artists available live and direct. You'll be able to get at those artists, get their social medias, whatnot. I will be having a camera filming a couple of performances for the channel. So yeah.
Yes, make sure you come out and show your support.
And in case you hadn't noticed,
Lumberjack
is now streaming on Amazon Music, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Spotify. Yeah.
And everything for your streaming pleasures.
The red and black Lumberjack with the hat to match. And the video will be filming soon. Video being filmed by Kush Kennedy, Cloud Collective. Y'all might know a little something about Kush Kennedy. He did the video for Dat Kush.
Yes.
As well. Apt enough, right?
Yes. Okay, so the Ontario tariffs, because of course we have a tit for tat against each other when it comes to tariffs and whatnot. We're gonna raise tariffs. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that.
Then we're gonna.
But their tariffs, no, they're not canceling them.
Or they stop them.
They
for like
are
a month.
holding them for a month. But I think what that is more along the lines to see what's really about to happen. You know, I think it's a waiting game. It's a back and forth game. It's what I'm seeming to get, because the tariffs on electricity is, like I said, a kickback to the Trump's tariffs on Canada. Now, both sides basically are going to end up getting a hit from this. It's not just going to be one side.
Nope.
You know, each side is going to. So Doug Ford, right there in Ontario, you know, he loves Americans. It's been 20 years of his life. But in saying that, no, we're going to put a 25% tariff on electricity coming from Ontario to Michigan, New York, and Minnesota, Ford said. Now, it's like the Clayman countdown is what they call it. Now, and isn't this a shame, as he said? It's an absolute mess. He created chaos. He ran on a mandate. The lower costs, lower inflation, create more jobs. It's a total opposite. Where are the jobs at? Where's the cheaper groceries? Where's the cheaper gas? Even though we all know he doesn't have any pull on gas. Presidents don't, and you guys can fight me all you want. But you know, people are going to be losing their jobs in the U.S. and in Canada, and inflation is happening already. Hasbro. Okay, you guys want to talk about the what is it called, the Spider-Man
Maximum Series Spider-Man.
Ma-
I actually
okay.
spoke on this. I spoke on
So
this.
you
in the
need
last
to realize,
Superhero Swag.
regardless, inflation is happening. Whether or not you want to admit it, it has. You can't tell me it hasn't. All right, because if you haven't felt,
The repercussions.
all the
are
repercussions are here. Now the market is going downhill quicker than the American bobsled team right now, and it's unacceptable. Now the situation he has put American families in, Canadian families, and around the world is just going to hurt. Now for the for the month, Trump has held off tariffs for the month, and again, I believe it's just to see what exactly is going to be happening. Now businesses are expected to see harder costs for outsourcing production levels, most likely will affect us, the U.S. Again, outsourcing when it comes to, like, action figures or liquor or anything like that that's not based here in the United States, that you're going to get, for cost of the product that you need to use. Where's the product coming from? Where are they getting their product from? But, again, here we are, because apparently I don't know what I'm talking about, because I just don't do my research. So,
All right.
on to you.
Okay, so if you know, you know. But tonight, for those people that are like me in pots and have stars on their streaming menu, you will be back in the Power Universe
Yes.
with Raising Kanan. Raising Kanan will be premiering this evening on Stars. We got it through Prime Video, but we still got our Stars so we can watch Power. This series actually follows 50 Cent's character Kanan from the Power series, which was a huge hit. Everybody knows about Ghost and Tasha and Tommy.
Because I want to see how he got to be where he's at. Or where he got.
Yeah, it's
how he made God. I mean, obviously years in the pen will make you crazy.
Yeah, but this
what
is a character
made him
who,
crazy?
in Power, this is a character who killed his own son in cold blood. And so to watch this character grow up and become who he would become later in Power is fascinating. So definitely check that out. And hold up. This isn't the Trusty Dusty. I can't call it the Trusty Dusty anymore. Alright. Oh!
Haha, Daredevil, yeah.
Daredevil, Born Again. I have had a chance to watch both episodes that they gave us in the premiere. I will say this. It is graphic.
As it should be.
The violence is still there. The fight scenes are top-notch. Top-notch fight scenes. No spoilers, but yes, someone buys it. And it's no bueno.
It's no good.
For people that know the show and remember the Netflix series, you know that there's only two people on the planet that he cares about, that if you take one of those people off the board, he will lose his shit. And one of those people gets taken off the board. And boy, oh boy, does he unleash, does he let the devil out, as they say in the show.
They say.
He lets the devil out, and it is awesome to watch, so definitely check that out. If you've got Disney Plus, you definitely want to go and see Vincent D'Onofrio and Charlie Cox do their thing. Deborah Ann Wall, Eldon Hudson, is it Eldon? I can't remember, I think it's Eldon Hudson that plays Foggy Nelson. But they do a great job, and then they get a little bit into White Tiger, the duality between Fisk and Daredevil and Matt and Kingpin, and just them trying to not be who they really are underneath. Wow, it was worth the wait.
Yes, it was.
It was worth the wait.
So, all right, now this one is weird, okay? Because last I knew, hospital windows are at least a good 4 inches thick. All right, I understand when people hit some sort of a psychosis and a weird, whatever, they get overexerted strength, or I guess, or I don't know.
Some extra.
I don't know. No,
that is some.
It was weird.
Was that once the one guy that he played in Mr. Glass, the guy who could turn into different people?
Oh yeah.
He turned into the beast,
Yeah.
and he just got super strong, like could climb walls and shit.
Yeah.
Unless that really exists, 4-inch thick glass is not.
I don't know. I mean, if anybody else knows, feel free to put it out there and link it up and educate people on certain things.
Let me know.
As long as it's educated.
Is he a martial artist
or something?
Daniel Savage shit.
But it happened at the
3.
Henry Ford. He jumped from the 4th floor window. He hit the pavement and died.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
Patient was 35. He got out of bed, broke a window, and jumped, landing in the parking lot. So, patient was in ICU with what is called a patient sitter. So if you have to have somebody sit there with you and whatnot, it usually means that you probably may need to be restrained. Because if you have to have some, now I've heard different stories about, I personally have not been to Henry Ford Hospital. Okay.
Was that where it happened?
Yeah.
Here
right here in Detroit.
Wow.
No,
crazy.
I personally have never received any care at that hospital. I've heard conflicting things. Some people say it's bad, some people say it's good. But, I mean, all hospitals have their bad areas, regardless.
4-inch thick glass.
As far as I know, it's usually how thick it is.
Boy.
So, now my question is, how easy is it really to break a hospital window? Can you really lose your, go into a psychosis of some sort and really break through a glass window of that thickness?
That is nuts.
I've heard stories. Don't know. Now, why are we having small people? Now, mind you, my understanding, this person was like a little small person watching this patient, which is a decent size. Why are we having small people guarding these people? We need to be having bigger people to actually guard these patients. Because if it's really that deep and people are known to lose their mind being in ICU, then I feel as if it should be kind of looked into. So if you guys have any information on that, feel free to share it, because it just seems pretty weird. I don't know the full backstory to that, and it's still under investigation, so there's no real telling on exactly what's going on. So, but is that all you had? Are we on the comment clowns?
I actually, before we get to the comment clowns, I want to address the real MVPs. Okay, the real MVPs, because when we get comment clowns, it is usually because we've had a post that was successful.
Oh yeah.
If we have
it's about almost 900 views now.
Yeah, if we have something that has 700, 900, 1,000 views, that's when we get
30
the comment
comments.
Right.
31 comments, I believe.
The more engagement you get on a post on YouTube, the harder or the thicker your skin needs to be, because that's when you're going to get the clowns.
Yes.
So before I address the clowns, I want to say that regardless of what the clowns say, you are the real MVP, because this month so far, we have 42 new subscribers.
Yes, thank you
42
guys.
new subscribers. You guys are awesome. Thank you. We appreciate you. We will continue to entertain you and keep hot new uploads on the channel.
All right. So, first off, at some guy, it's at TM Ford. I don't know. It's TEHM4DCOW. You could have picked something that was a little bit more educated.
What he
so
said,
says,
so we can address this?
South Africa did very well up until they were sanctioned by the U.S. when the U.S. did not agree with the way South Africans did things. After the sanctions, the black South Africans came into power and ran the country into the ground, while slowly driving out white people with discriminatory policies. You guys have no clue what you are talking about. Well, good buddy, as I have done my research.
And?
Okay, the most recent, now because we gotta remember, how big is Africa? How big? My friend, it's bigger than us. Alright, let's be realistic. Africa is not small. Alright? It is not small. They have cities inside of towns. Inside of townships, inside of cities, inside of places.
Oh, you don't find someone like
We don't even have all
that.
that.
You.
So, the most recent part of Africa, okay, which is the most recent African nation to gain independence, is South Sudan, which declared independence from Sudan in July 9th in 2011. Here's more detailed look. Following a referendum in January 2011, where the large majority voted for secession, South Sudan declared independence from Sudan in July 9th of 2011, became the world's newest nation. Now, the referendum was held in January, with about 99% of voters choosing to secede from Sudan. Now, that's part of Africa, okay? Now, South Sudan, with support from the international community, declared its independence later that year. Now, despite gaining independence, South Sudan has faced numerous challenges, including the civil war. So, anyways, either way, we're not doing it. We're not doing it.
At the end of the day, here's a message to all the comment clowns. If you happen upon one of our videos and you do not agree with what we're saying, you do not like what we're saying, you don't like my face, you think my nose is too big, you think the background isn't the right background, you don't like the fact that we're smoking with the toys in the room, if you don't like any of that,
Or you don't like the fact that we're potheads.
Oh, or you don't like the fact that we smoke pot, here's what you can do.
Or you don't want to take advice from potheads.
Scroll.
Because at the end of the day, you must take advice from people who either are alcoholics and meth heads and do nothing but lay on their back and take dick in their mouth.
If you take advice from who we have in office right now, you're taking advice from a criminal, a failed businessman, and an altogether kook who is running the country because, like George Carlin, rest in peace, said, beware stupid people in large numbers who vote in stupider people to run the country.
Yep. Oh, how's your food stamps looking? Oh, they're not really there, are they? Or better yet, how many cars have you had to sell off because you were getting so much money in, you know, food stamps and TikTok revenue and had to sell off your brand new car? I'm still paying off my car and busting my ass, so. But shout out to I Love Congress. You're awesome. South Africa was the most productive and safest country in Africa. Then the blacks took over. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that there. Now at Julian 58585. Are you trying to trick people with all those 5s and 8s?
Man.
You're not doing good. So laugh out, y'all have no idea what you are talking about. Shut the F up, let the real advocates for change do their thing, and get the fuck out the way. Commie scum.
Commie scum.
Commie scum. Okay, well, I'm not going to get into the differences between the two with, you know, commies.
We're commies?
Well, we definitely don't live in a communist country.
Well, one thing we're not is Elon Musk. That's one thing we're not. So, I mean, yeah.
So, anyways,
next.
since we're you know, actually technically a capitalist company, capitalist country, let's read exactly what capitalism is here. So, capitalism tends to benefit capitalists the most. So these include business owners, investors, and other owners. Owners. Julian,
are you an owner?
Are you an owner of a business? Are you an owner of large stocks and bonds? Do you own anything in your life? You probably don't. So while capitalism has been praised for improving the standard of living for many people across the board, it has by far benefited those at the top. Julian, are you at the top? My dear, are you living on the top of your world? Because I assure you, you're not.
If you were,
you would have been scrolling.
You wouldn't have had time
to.
You wouldn't have had time to click on us.
Because just remember,
you'd be too busy handling your business.
I'm a millennial. My fin is thicker than any kind of thing you could throw at me, sweetheart. I really don't care. The worst I've been called is a liberal, but I mean, whatever.
And for I had to say
and
this.
I'm neither nor.
I'm going to repeat this for those that say we need to turn down that shitty music while we're talking. We own the rights to this shitty music. Do you own the rights to anything?
To anything at all? So, anyways,
Just
all
saying.
those comments were just off of one post. It was off of President Trump screws South Africans. Go check it out again.
Maybe we should mention it in every post so we can get that type of engagement.
Yeah, no kidding.
30-something comments.
Oh yeah, it was worth it. So, but anyways, that is all we have for you today. I really hope you guys enjoy your weekend, because we will make sure we enjoy our weekend, because we're going to enjoy our time in this capitalist country while we work ourselves through slavery to the top. See you guys next time. So don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and get notified. Pieces.